Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fan takeaways for the game between Collingwood and North Melbourne. We know how the game went. Collingwood completely erupted in that fourth quarter, and North Melbourne just did not have the firepower to match it. Guys, the fan takeaways, you share your thoughts on Instagram via my Instagram story. Pies_footy is the handle if you want to be a part of it moving forward. Let's get started. Beasley 30509. Best game Ed Allen has played for Collingwood. Agreed, because maybe some people would point towards that Melbourne game, that last game of the season last year. But I just think that game was a total dead rubber. It didn't mean anything. Melbourne were checked out. It didn't mean much. This game, he displayed consistency throughout four quarters. He was clean by hand, clean enough by foot. Tackling pressure was really good. The effort was there. That those tangibles really matter. So I would agree. He had 24 odd touches, and 7-8 tackles. It's a good game. It's a really good game to build a foundation on. So good stuff. Let's see. Tim Lennox and the Beasley again kind of say the same thing. What did Lennox say? One quarter of our team missing and only one quarter of the game played. Scary. That's the way some games will go. You're not going to have your full four-quarter performance. I kind of think it's a bit of a fallacy, the four-quarter performance saying. 1 second. Excuse me. So, a full four-quarter performance is not always going to happen. But what completes a game like the game against North is when you don't have your first half that you want to have, and then you come back into the second half, you build some really good pillars in the third quarter, and then that fourth quarter, you just take off. That is, for me, that is also that's a four-quarter performance in totality. That's how I like to describe it. It creates adversity, resilience, perseverance, all those things. Those are the games that really build you. So good stuff. Debro Stav says, time to pull the pin on Mason Cox. Get Steen or a MSD key tall in because he's a liability. It was certainly his worst game for the year. He's not clunking the marks anywhere near as he has been in years gone by. Sherry did do a number on him in the ruck. His spot isn't safe. We know that when McStay is available, his spot is not necessarily there. The question is, if you do get rid of him, who makes up that time in the ruck for Darcy Cameron? That's the question. That's the question we need to answer for that solution. Hopefully Coxie can find some form as we build into the year, but we'll see. It's an interesting one. A lot of Billy Frampton love, by the way. Oi Brownie says, Framp the clamp. Kynan says, apologies to Billy Frampton right now. Will Mack says, Frampton, best defender at the moment. What else have we got about Framp? So much Framp. Ramonville says, Billy Frampton's performance so far this year isn't talked about enough. I agree. Which is why I'll also be doing a player analysis, which we'll see later today. So keep an eye out for that. Let's keep rolling. Another one from a good one from Bailey Gurdev. I love this team, man. Don't know what else to say. That is the feeling. It's just the energy, the togetherness. They've got it down pat. They've figured it out, and we're there along the journey with them. Trena says, no steal, no Pendles, no problems. Yeah. The amount of absences we had from that game, ridiculous, and just shows systems over individual talent, I guess. A. Yanis says, Ned Long is an absolute beast, and there's so much love out there for Ned Long. Ned Cassidy says, Ned Long had the best game out of any Collingwood player for the season. What else do we have about Ned? Rage, my man, says Ned Long, that is all. Nicholas Allen says Ned Long had a big game with Pendlebury out. Ethan Donaldson says Ned Long is a top 5 player at our club this year, arguably our most important midfielder. Could not agree with you anymore. Sir Harrington says Jamie Coleman Elliott. He just keeps finding ways to kick goals. We had 6 shots against North. 5 kicked 5-0. One of the shots didn't register for a score, so keeps the clean sheet there. His season in 2024, the first half of the year was really good. And then he had that foot injury. And then when he came back, he just, along with the team, didn't really find the form that where he was initially. So a lot of people were concerned, is Elliott done, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? He's back. And he's a general forward All-Australian form right now. And he's, within reach of the Coleman medal as well at this point. So he's absolutely killing it. And I think we all love to see Jamie Elliott dominate. What else have we got? Brock Dacos also says 9 players out from starting team, still win. And to top off the day, the scum, the filthy Carlton lost. Sir Harrington also says Bo can really be a weapon in the middle. I actually think that was Bo's best game this year. I thought his efficiency going inside 50 was good. He had a maybe two or three center clearances with limited time in the midfield. 14 touches, which is more than what we're used to from Bo. He's usually like an 8-9 touch kind of guy. He averages 10 disposals a season, so that's above his average, and hopefully he can build on that because, just thinking about Ned Long, Bo McCreary, and Nick Dacos at a centre bounce, you know you're going to be all right. If we can get that trio humming in the middle with Darcy Cameron, wow. Sir Harrington also says Leggy is a national treasure. Love that. Yeah, he's a larrikin, isn't he? And that celebration was cute for his son, Lenny. Sir Harrington also says Quaynor. His marking was specifically an improvement from what we've seen lately. Yes, he's certainly starting to clunk those marks more. I can see those intercept mark numbers going up. I can see his disposals going up. I can see his effort is still there. His repeat efforts, his ground level efforts. He's finally returning back to that 2023 form. Finally. Good to see. He's building confidence. He's finding the footy more. Maybe Dan Houston is unlocking him. What else have we got? Feds, the tribal chief, says Ed Allen needs to be on the wing in this team. Yeah, the team selection will be interesting this week. I'm not sure if Lipinski holds his position, and that's because I think they'd really want to keep Ed Allen in. And for Ed Allen to be in at the moment, he has to play wing. There is no space in the middle. And then last one, PG_black and white heart. Stop the chase for Rowell. Long is our Matt Rowell. Focus our trade strategies on other list needs. How good is that? We've got Ned Long in the middle thriving, and then we've got all the old folks doing their thing. I mean, even if we can graduate internally Josh Brown from our VFL Pie squad, add that and see what he's about. Why not? It's worked with Ned Long. It's worked with John Noble. It worked for Ash Johnson to a certain extent. We go well in the mid-season draft. So you honour the form that we're seeing for some of these guys in the VFL. And maybe bring in a Riley Mason if we have that second spot available. I don't know if we need... Do we need another key tall forward right now? Could we just let Riley Mason cook up in the VFL for a full year and then revisit? Maybe bring him in as a preseason supplementary period selection? I don't know. Oh, look, could he go somewhere else? Perhaps. But he hasn't, he's had a good season in the VFL, but I think there's still more to be seen, is what I want to say. And last one, guys, I will give you one more. This last one is from Christopher Pemberton, 46. Can you see that? That is Ned Long, and then in his lungs are goats. Let's see again. Goats. That's funny. That's a good one. All right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around for the fan takeaways, and we will see you next week. Go Pies.